ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett Knox are the wingmen. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot. And for Los Angeles, Hunter down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Knox. A beautiful reverse layup.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
And there's the feed to Leonard. It's rebounded by New York.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And the rejection by Harrell. Now Beverly, outside Leonard. Over Randall. Leonard, no luck.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Leonard with the steal. Pass to Beverly. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Clock at 6. Here's Leonard. Robinson with the block. Randall surveying the D. Leonard with the steal. Now here's Beverly. Inside. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Williams kicks to Beverly. Here's Leonard. That one off the back iron and out. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
That shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. 1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Randall. Rebound by Harrell.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
The dish to Williams. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Fader on the way. Yes, that goes in. Leonard's got his second basket.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. Trier passes to Bullock. 5 on the clock, beyond the arc. The shot will not fall. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's George. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Outside Portis. Shoots over Zubac. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Shamet finds Beverly. Passes it to George. Over Morris. Again, Los Angeles.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Beverly. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. "17 seconds left in the first. Outside, Green. Zubac's with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to Shamet from outside the arc. He's off on that one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers ahead. They lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Wayne Ellington. Marcus Morris is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Bullock in at the 2-guard position.
A big key to the Clippers.
You see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Here's Portis. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Morris kicks to Portis. 6 to shoot. Now here's Bullock. Not a lot of room. The Clippers grab the miss. George passes to Shamet, and that one is good. Shamet's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Ellington finds Morris. And here is Portis. And here's Bullock from the arc. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Clippers leading by 8. George double teamed. Outside, Green. High post, Zubac. Working on Portis. Pass to Shamet. Here's Green. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Morris. And it's sent back by George. Here's Shamet. Ellington defending. Shamet kicks to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Green bounce pass. Lob pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player, but he's he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
New York calls timeout. Steve, so many talented players in the league. Sometimes there's frustration over the lack of playing time. For instance, you look at the Celtics last year, a prime example.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, Kevin, you can have too much talent at the same positions and also style of play. You need some guys that can do other things that be effective on the court versus just scoring the basketball, and I think that's the reason why the Celtics ran into some trouble last year.
The 7th pick back in 2014, Julius Randle goes about, 6'9", 240 pounds, Smitty, and he is one tough customer.
Yes, indeed, Kevin. A bruising paint present Julius Randle is. When he attacks the rim, he'll bulldoze defenders right out of the way.
And here's George for 3. Rebound by Smith. Knicks trail by 7. Pass to Knox. To the wing right side. And here's Barrett. Hook loose. Here we go, one-on-one. The shot comes out, and New York will come the other way. Here's Randle. And the rejection by Harrell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. We've got 1:23 left now here in the second. Count that one. Clippers leading by 5. Leonard on the wing. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Harrell against Robinson. Kicks to Barrett. This one for 3. It's hauled in by George.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Excellent D that time from Robinson.
Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
At the elbow, Smith over Harrell, and the rejection by Harrell. To the middle. And George kicks to Shamet. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Shamet's got 4 this quarter.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Now the pass to Randle. 4 seconds left. Misses at the rim. And so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. In the second quarter, they made it look easy. They played well at both ends of the court, and suddenly they're sitting on a 9-point lead here at halftime. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. As long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Well, they need to generate more points in the paint. The defense knew all along that they were going to shoot that jump shot every time down the court. There was no...
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Harrell in at the center. Smith against Beverly with the shot. Smith, no good. Rolling by Robinson. New York shooting their second and third free throws tonight. First free throw is good. Smitty, when things get heated between 2 players, we often see a double technical call. But should the instigator be penalized more if it can be determined who was the instigator?
I agree, Kevin. I just don't like sometimes when 2 guys get into it and you just automatically call a double technical. Because the strategy-wise, if I was playing Kevin and their best player had a technical already, I would get into it just so I can call a double technical and hopefully he'll be gone.
Now, wait a minute. Did you really? Honestly?
No, we did. I mean, I think that back in the day you saw like Patrick Ewing, for instance. He had a tech. We would just send somebody out there just to see a couple plays. If we can get him thrown out. Especially now, if you just call a double technical the way they do, a lot of star players have been gone.
Smith for 3. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. In the second half, they've only given up 1 basket coming from the free throw line.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Smith against George. Pass to Randall. And the rejection by Harrell. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Jermichael Green comes in for George. Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Marcus Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Just 4 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. A different look for New York. Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle, and Ellington is subbed in for Barrett. Here's Morris. They get it again.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. No good on his first attempt of the game.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Smith, the pass to Gibson. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Morris kicks to Smith. Outside Portis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. But now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
The first one falls.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Lou Williams. And a switcher also for New York. Bullock's checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And despite a fair amount of turnover, the Clippers have made the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 years.
I am so surprised. When you lose Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, you expect a complete rebuild. But the team stayed competitive throughout, and now they're well positioned into the future.
Ellington finds Morris. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Morris has got his first points of the game.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Green against Gibson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. We see a lot of big men, great in offense, Smitty. Who's on your list for perhaps the best outlet passer in the game right now?
Let's start off. I would say Kevin Love is one of those guys who still is, I think, the best outlet passer as a big. Jokic, also Blake Griffin, some of those guys can really pass. DeMarcus Cousins, those are some of the bigs that have great outlet passes.
Knicks trail by 12. Here's Trier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Portis in the post. Zubac's defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Misses in close. Clippers leading by 12. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Shamet misses off the left iron.
Yeah, that was a $1 million crossover to free him up, but that finish, I'd give him 50 cents.
Trier passes to Gibson. Banked in off the glass.
That's where you want your big man doing damage. Gibson showing his skill in the paint.
And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the shot goes in.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Now here's Bullock. He's covered by Shamet.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. George is checked in for Jermichael Green. And the Knicks making a change here as well. They're checked in for Reggie Bullock. 20 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Trier. He's covered by Shamet. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. There's 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass to Randall. They get a hand on it. And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Knicks trail by 14. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Knox and Randall, they're the forwards. Trier out there with Barrett. And it's Robinson in at the 5. Randall with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Passes it to Trier. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Trier's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Knicks. Now Williams. And the pass to Leonard. Pulls it from the elbow. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Trier. Pass to Knox. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Robinson misses. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 14 points. Offensive rebound. The shot by George, no good. Knicks trail by 11. Randall down low. Leonard's there. Randall no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. And it's Shamet missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Knox the pass to Randall. Reverses. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
One thing we knew Randall could do entering the league, finish inside through contact.
Down low. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Shamet sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Clippers lead by 11. The Knicks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Trier passes to Robinson. Randall left side. Shoots over Leonard. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
New York calls timeout. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for New York. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team. He told his guys, this is it. We need one final push here. Everyone working together. Let's go get these guys. He also talked about making smart plays with the ball. Kevin, you can't have any mistakes at this point of the game.
All right, thank you, David. A three from Leonard, but they'll get another chance. And it's Harrell missing. Knicks trailed by 11. Passes it to Randall. Yep, that one goes. Randall's got 6 here in this quarter.
Randall is a load in transition. The key defensively is to get to him before he picks up steam.
Outside Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. Second-round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
So the wing on the left. Here's Randall. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
I wonder if Randall even felt that contact, so strong in the upper body.
And the Clippers call time here. They lead by 8. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Now here's Beverly. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 10.
You see the quickness of Beverly, blinding speed in the inside.
To the paint, here's Randall, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
That free throw good from Randall.
Still looking for improvement from the line. Randall could pick up a couple extra points a game if he did.
Beverly with the ball. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Smith scanning the floor. Shoots over Leonard. And the rejection by Leonard. Randall no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
He hits the first one, and that will push the lead to double digits.
NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Payton's shot is off. And here's Los Angeles. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Outside Robinson. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the home